This is going to be my last video for the day because I don't want to override my welcome with TikTok. But one of my TikTok friends just inboxed me. I don't know why he didn't leave it in the comments, but okay. One of my TikTok friends just inboxed me and said, "What do you mean by the balance of scales?" Right now, we as America, I'm not talking about the other countries because I don't know what's going on in other countries and nations. But as an American, we are about to go through the balance of scales. And when you think about the balance of scales, let me show you. When you think about the balance of scales, right? That means that it's weight that's going to be on these scales. So right now, once they get Americans to be where they need them to be, it's like a balance of scales. All of us has something in us that we are willing to sacrifice to live this life. So what they are going to do to us, they are going to put us in the center of the scale. Like this is the scale and we are at the center. They're going to say, who's willing to sacrifice this in order to live this life? So this is the new life, right? This scale right here is the new life that we are coming into. And the fact that you got to change in order to live in the new life. So this is that scale. This scale right here is you who you are now, the current you. This is the old you. This is the you that you don't want to be changed. So right now we are at the balance of scales. Who is willing to sacrifice themselves to go into the new life so that they can live life? Who is willing to get on this scale and who is willing to say, I don't want to do it? So right now we are going through the balance of scales, but we are at the center. And eventually we are going to have to make that choice. It's either we're going to go with the new life and we're going to take what life has to offer us and give us so we can continue to live, or we're going to say, you know what, fuck you. We're not going along with that. And eventually it's going to outweigh. And I'm going to be real honest with y'all. The way the scale is going to go, the scale is going to do this. Because many people is going to take the mark. So the ones that got on this scale, these are the ones that is going to get eliminated. And the reason why these are the ones that's going to get eliminated, because they decide that they are going to die in who they really are. These are the ones that never took off the red slippers. These are the ones that died in their power. These are the ones that gave up their power. They gave up their minds. They gave up their rights. They gave up everything to go with the new way of living because it's part of life and it's part of the new way of life. So they gave up everything and allowed the God to use them in order to live. These are the ones that say, I'm not doing that. I'd rather die and being who I am before I let anything or anyone change me in order to live. So when this balance, because they talks about this in the Bible, it's just that a lot of people don't know what it is in the physical realm. So I'm here to break it down to you in the physical realm. This is why they are doing everything now to deteriorate us, to destroy us, because eventually we are going to have to, and I've been speaking about this for years, eventually we are going to have to make a life decision. And this life decision is going to cost you your life. See, right now they are disabling us. They're taking away all of our resources. Our family members is dying. We're losing our homes. They're poisoning our air, our food. They're tearing down our country. I mean, if you look at America for what it is, they are basically eating us away. And the more they eat us away, we ain't going to have nothing left. To a lot of people going to get on the scale because they have nothing to lose. But they don't realize the power that they got in them. This is the reason why they are going through so much hell in life. Because the person that is controlling this world don't want to tell these people the kind of power that they have on them, in them, and around them. These people are not aware. So they're going to give all of that up and give it to the God so that God can control them. These people are very much aware of what's around them, what's on them, and what's inside of them until they're willing to die with it. On them, around them, and inside of them. So right now, this is what we are going through. We are about to go through the balance of scales. And the thing about it is, they are not going to force us to take this mark. They're not going to force us to live in this new life. What they're going to do is they're going to make life so hell for us until a lot of people is going to give in. And then all the people that does say no to this new way of life, they're going to make the consequences so much of a hell until if you don't go with this new way of life, we're going to chop your head off. We're going to destroy your family. We're going to do everything just like they did in the movie The Wizard of Oz. The evil, wicked witch was willing to kill Dorothy's whole entire life that she had in there. The wicked witch was willing to kill all of the people that she knew. She only knew 3 people. And that witch was willing to kill all of them, including the dog that she loved the most. So imagine what we got to go through in this physical life, living here. This life is going to eat us away and take everything, just like they did in the book of Job. They basically destroyed Job, took his family, gave him diseases, but he's stuck in it. And this is what we are going through in life. This life that we are living in this dimension, in this realm is to basically take away and eat at you. And the reason why this life is designed to eat at you and take everything away from you, because this life that you are living in right now, this life is very much aware of how powerful you are. You just don't know how powerful you are, because we are living in a dimension that took away everything that we had, took away our memory so we can forget who we are as a being. But even though that we have this power and this energy in us, we are not aware of it. So throughout our life, we are walking gods that is walking all over this earth, all over this planet, and we are not even aware that we are gods. Why? Because we were told that that's the God, and we are the slaves. And meanwhile, we are the gods, and that's the slave, because that slave need our energy. That slave need our consciousness. That slave need our third eye and our pineal gland. And we got all the power in us. Because right now they are trying to create robots. They need a conscience in order to create the robots. Who has a conscience in them? You have a conscience. And you don't even know how powerful your conscience is. You have a pineal gland. You don't even know how powerful that is. You have a third eye. You don't even know how powerful that is. You have a spirit in you and all around you. You don't even know how powerful it is. But that God that y'all is worshiping, and the people that is controlling this country and controlling this realm, they know how powerful you are. You just don't know, because we are living in a realm where they took everything away from us, from keeping us from knowing who we are. But even though we are living in this world and we were snatched away our memory of who we are, it doesn't mean that it was taken away. We just don't know that it's there. Once we get to the awakening that what we got is right here in us, we can defeat the God of this world and all the workers that is in it that's trying to kill us and deteriorate us. The only thing that they really took away from us is our memory, so that case we won't know how powerful we are. That's it. That's the only thing they took away, because our power is still in us and it's all around us. We just don't know it. We are living in a world where we were told that this God got all the power and got all things. We were taught to worship and idolize when we are the one that is supposed to be worshiped and idolized, because we got everything that God needs and wants. Because without us, that God has no power. They can build robots all day, every day, but that robot is not powerful, because you can destroy your robot. You can't destroy us. We never die. You see what y'all get what I'm saying now? So we're about to go through the scales, y'all.